Hello everyone, in this video I am going to show you how to create an OR gate in two different languages, ladder logic and SCL language. In the previous video I showed you how to create AND gate in ladder logic and SCL. However, in this video I'm going to show you how to create OR gate. So to start writing the program, we are going to write the program in the main OB1. Basically, before we start writing the program, I am going to create a default tag table. So my input number 1 is going to be I0.1, and then we've done this in the previous video. So input 1 up to input 4, and then we've got output number 1, which is going to be my Q0.1. And then 4 outputs are enough for this project. Okay. So we created our IO table, and now we can go back to the main OB1 and start writing the program. So to create an OR gate in ladder logic is very simple and basic. Basically, what we need to just grab and drag and drop the normally open switch into network number 1. You either can get these normally open, close and outputs from here, or you can go to basic instructions and go for bit logic operation. You either can find them here as well, and then easily drag and drop them. Okay, so if I am going to create an OR gate in ladder logic with two normally open switches, definitely I need to put them in parallel. So another normally open switch. If I have more than basically two inputs that they need to be in OR gate with each other, I put them all in parallels. Simple as that. So now I can easily connect them together, and then at the very end I need an output. So here I've got my input number 1, and then input number 2. If I can remember the address, I can simply use the address. I0.3 is input number 3. And then I've got my output. I am going to use Q0.3 or output number 3 as an output. So when you put the address, the global address, you can see it. It will show up in the table here. Simply you can click, and that's done. And now if you download this program into the PLC, it takes few seconds for the laptop to find the PLC. Now it's fine. And now we can load the program. Okay. So when it is fully downloaded, it's asking for the PLC to be in a stop mode for safety reason. And now I can load the program into the PLC and finish. Okay. So now if I monitor the program, so I have got 3 inputs in parallel, which creates an OR gate with 3 inputs. And each input can activate my output. Input number 1, I'm going to show you in the video as well here. So now I'm going to activate input number 1, which is I0.1. This is it. So when input number 1 is activated, that specific input will be activated, and also the output, which is Q0.3, is on now. So either inputs can activate my output, doesn't matter which one. Even all 3 inputs at the same time can activate my output as well. So if you go back to the program, 1 input turns the output high, 2nd, 3rd, and all 3 together. Okay, so now I am going to turn the monitor off and write the same program in SCL language. Okay, so I delete this network and create a new network in SCL, and now I can write the program. I say if, so we need to create an if function. So our OR gate has got 3 inputs, which in each input we should put it in a bracket in SCL language. And when you are going to write the input address, you start with a quotation mark. It will bring up all the inputs for you in the table. So when you put the quotation mark, all the global addresses will appear here. So I've got input 1. So if input 1 is equal to 1, or input 2 is equal to 1, or input 3 is equal to 1, close the bracket, then semicolon. The output, if I type the output, you will see all the outputs. So my output, I'm going to use output number 4 in this case, should turn on. So now we are writing an output. Basically, we are changing the output status from low to high. So in that case, we should use colon equal to 1. And then we close the line with a semicolon. And then at the very end, now our OR gate is completed. However, the if function needs to be closed down. So we end the if function. If you want to close the line, we need a semicolon. So now everything is fine. There is no error in the program. Simply we can download it to the PLC. No errors, no warnings. If there is any error or warning, you will see it here. So now if I monitor the program, I'm going to zoom in a little bit into the program. And okay, so we have got 3 inputs, input 1, input 2, input 3, and also the output. So if input 1 is active, input 1 is true now, input 2 and 3 are false, the output changed to true. Input 2, this time, output will change true because it's an OR gate, obviously. Input 3, it changed the output to true, and all 3 together will work the same way. Okay, So that's how you create an OR gate in basically ladder logic and SCL language.